Can you guys hear my voice now? If you can, please send a star or heart on the chat. Yay. Okay, it's time. Time has come. I'm very nervous, so currently I'm sick. So you guys can see the time on my face. But I will try to make it very clean and simple. Yeah, welcome to my workshop. Okay, before we start, we will talk about what is layout. Oh, hello, Flo, you're here. uh, because sometimes you will design something like, oh, I see the start bar of dancing is put on the right, so I will put it on the right. Sometimes we'll see that, oh, the character should be on the center of the screen because other game design is also doing something like that. And I would just try to decide to put it on the center of the screen. And the question is why? How to know that? And why they do that? It's about the layout. What is layout? What is layout? Okay, let's write. Yeah, you write as a web design, but GameUI is not right. Needs to. Let me tell you why. Okay, what's layout? Layout is everything on the screen. It's the character. It's how we organize the character, how we define the position of the character, of the start, and the navigation bar, and how we define. Oh, the bars need to be here. The character needs to be here, and the character should be this big. And thus the layout have our design become visible, accessible, and memorable. What is visible? Visible is you can see is very clear. The character is clear. The navigation bar, yeah, is on the left as usual. Yeah, just like that. And accessible is something that you go to the character's start screen and you will find what to do next. Okay, after we review all of this stuff, I will try to level up. It's something like that. And what is memorable? Memorable is something that is clean enough for players to remember our layout, that if they press on this close button, they can also remember that where's the start, left or right, is something like that. Is clear now. I think we try to go on the example. uh, let's close your eye. Imagine that you are playing Genshin and you are control the zombie. You are wandering on the field after defeat some monster. You want to go back to the town and you get lost. And you don't have nearby TP teleport. What would you do? You are lost. What would you do to back to the hometown? This question for everyone. Can you chat it? Oh, can anyone listen to me? My question for you is you are controlling the zombie. You are playing the Genshin and you are lost. You get lost. You want to go back to the hometown, but you don't have any teleport status. You need to run back to the hometown. What should we do now? Yeah, you guys are correct. It's open the map. Yeah, it's correct. So where to find the map? Let's close your eye and think about that. If you are not playing Genshin, just think about that. Where's the map should be on your screen without looking at it? Top left, top right, bottom left, or bottom right? Yeah, so many questions. Okay, it's top left and top right. So you will remember that it's top left. Yeah, the answer, the correct answer is top left. For some devices, it's top right. But that's how you memorable as the UI. This the the most important the layout is become memorable for our user. That I see that Nisu is doing very good because Age of Empire is bottom right, okay. League of Legends is everywhere. Anywhere no, League of Legends is bottom right. I think you can set up. You can change the setup later. Because this that is a sample of the good layout because Nisu can remember all of the position of the map. It's about the memorable. And the next time, if you are playing and you want to open the map, you don't need to think about where is the map on the screen. That is something like that. It's about how layout have the player is memorable. And the next one, layout also have us to answer some city questions from my client and some question from our boss. When you are designing and getting feedback, I'm sure that everyone also have this question from our client. Why this structure is this big? Why not my logo can my logo is bigger than my tractor? Is something like that. It's like they will question on everything on our screen and something like, oh, why the tractor list should be on the right and why it's not be on the left? Why? It's not, and they will question some, oh, why navigation bar is is only very small? Can you make it bigger? Something like that. And they will ask you for the safe zone, even they don't know about that. I have got all of this question every time I getting feedback from my client. So Leah will help us to answer all of these questions very clear and very smooth. And you can bypass all of every feedback like this. So Leah will have everything about the screen. But how to evaluate that our layout is doing right? No, Paimon will say to shut up. How to make sure that our layout is good enough? So let's go. Is what is the good layout? Um, Good layout has five section. Yeah, five section to evaluate. The first one is of course the safe zone. We will go to the mobile first because the mobile is quite complex. On the mobile, we will see that the camera. Oh, let me check if. Yeah, you can see this camera zone is status bar, and the bottom is the home swipe for iPhone, and for the Android. Oh, let me check my Android. Oh, it's not here. And it's not it. Just give me a minute. Oh no, my Samsung has not been tracked. For the Samsung is we will see that we have a home bar, the home bar over here. So you go back to our slide, we could see that the orange is restriction zone. Mm. Yeah, you can see that the restrict zone and the status bar restrict zone. Please don't decide on this zone. Don't push a button on this zone. Why? Because this camera cannot be touched. Even you push a button on this side, this area, you cannot interact with that. And also with this area, when you interact with that, you immediately unlock the phone like that. Immediately trigger the phone button. Yeah, that's how restrict area. And now go back to, you will see that beside the camera zone is some light orange zone like this. This area is touchable like this. When you open the game, this area is touchable, but please don't push a button there. If you have better solution, please don't push a button there because it's very hard to reach. You see that? Why push a button there if you can put it something closer to the user? Hmm. The orange is restrict zone. It's not danger. Danger is light orange zone. Yeah, it's get annoying, but sometimes we need to put on that corner because we have not enough space to to design. Okay, let's move on. The next one is about the edge. You can see that two line of purple here is for iOS. Let me open the landscape phone. Uh, Maybe I will open TFT. Yeah, when you open the game that in landscape mode, your home bar will move on this side, on this edge corner, and you push the button here. We will sometimes we will misclick on this and immediately close the phone, close your app. So try not to push the button on this one. Mm. And also, if you push a button on this one, it's also very hard to press because it's in the edge. And for the upper position, it's okay. You can push a button there, but it's I think it should be for the menu, and it should not for something like main action because it's very hard to reach without time. I will talk about this area later. Please remember this upper line, this upper zone. Yeah, you put information there is okay, but not push the button here. Do not push the button there. Okay. Besides that, the central area is your safe zone. So let's see how Jensen design. You can see that maybe small. I will try to go back. Let me open another file to view it. Sorry, I will never name my design. So you will see that on the host line, Jensen perfectly avoid that. You can see on the right. Let's me Let me open another file to see this closer. It is. You will see that on the right, Jensen perfectly avoid that. It is just a little, but it's okay. It is. And for the status bar, this one is not button. You can see that Jensen avoid this restrict this camera, avoid this restrict camera zone. And they will have some button like the chat here and the Paimon, the quest here. It's okay, but why not move it to the center a little? It's maybe good for the visual, but I think it's very hard to touch. But it's okay because it not really relates to our screen design. When we need to open the quest, we finish our fighting. we complete the quest, we can go there. I think is we can move it to this side of your screen. It's okay. And for the mobile legend, I think for the Wild Rift, for the Wild Rift is also perfectly. They completely avoid this channel, avoid this area, and just crop their screen into this. And their design is also very clean. We can also that they have avoid this area. Yeah, they have avoid all of this area. You can see that perfectly, and also avoid the home swipe perfectly. And all of this on this corner, they just put information out there. It's something like this. And then everything about the gameplay is on its own. It's our case study example. It's I think it's fixed. Maybe for I because sometimes I will use Samsung and Apple. I use both, but the camera zone is not really the same. For Samsung is it's smaller. I think it's 40 pixel, and Apple is 48 pixel. But I think we will need to design on the bigger number to avoid that area because we don't. I don't want to design both version for each Samsung or an Apple phone. And if we have something like Xiaomi and Huawei, so many phone out there, if we design for each device, we are doomed. I'm better than that before that. So my suggestion is using the biggest number like this. Also for the home UI is Android is 48 pixel and for iOS it's just something like I don't remember it's for 32 pixel. So I will decide to design for restrict zone for 48. Yeah, just take the safe zone. Safe zone is not required. It's not a must. Safe zone is a guide. You can overlap the safe zone, it's okay. But for the US, it's not really good. Okay, let's go back. What's happened with the PC? Okay, the PC, I can say that we don't have safe zone because we can easily to reach everything on the screen with our mouse. You can see that, but please avoid the edge because you will immediately accident to click on the close button and immediately when you are reaction with something, oh enemy is coming, I need to run to the right. I will immediately click on the scale button on the window like this, or maybe trigger click on the wrong tab on our design. Yes, because sometimes some people is playing on the window mode, not about its full screen mode. So we need to avoid this. Avoid reaction button on this edge. For example, we can see the Warcraft 3, my favorite game. You can see that they only put the menu button on this edge, put information and menu button. Yeah. And they on the same zone, they will it's the main gameplay. People don't need to go on this video when they are playing because when I'm a kid, I'm always reach to this video because I want to surrender. I will chat GG and F10, F10, enter. I want to quit the game. So On this edge, this should be information like this, and the menu if you want to quit. And because of that, on the PC we have keyboard. You can see that the shortcut keyboard is F10 like this. So PC screen doesn't really has a restriction zone. So feel free to do anything that you want. Our restriction zone is designed on this. I will reply you rustic. Our restriction zone is designed on this side. You can scale up. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's go for the next one. Is clean eyes focus zone. I'm sure that no one will tell you this. No one will tell you this. And almost web design and app design developer doesn't know about this. I'm sure. This is my personal experience. And I think I'm the first one in the world who tell you this. Maybe. What is that? Eyes focus zone is an area that when players focus, look at this almost the time when they are playing. You can see that this circle. Imagine that you are playing League of Legends with the Lux. Oh, what will you do when you play? First one is try to assist. Second one is try to avoid enemy attack. And the third one is use your skill correctly. Yeah, so people will spend almost of the time on this screen to do that task become more invisible. Because I have, especially for the FPS player, something CS2 or Valorant, I have seen that programmer this screen, and the programmer put your face really close on the screen to become to more attraction to have their reaction become faster. So they want to focus look on only on this screen because when our eyes is focusing and attach and yeah focusing, our vision will turn into close range area. We cannot look right. We cannot see anything about this close zone, this focus zone. So everything on this circle needs to be clean. You can see that because League of Legends has so many buttons, but they will put some button here, but they will try to put all of those button go out of the safe zone, go out of the focus zone, and will keep on display area need to be clean. Like this. Okay. So how to define this circle? It's very easy. It's the two-thirds of the screen. Imagine that you are playing mobile game and two of side is about your thumb. And only thing you only look at is two-thirds of the screen. It's very easy. So this circle, this green circle needs to be clean enough for you to see what is coming, to see what is coming out and try to reaction, maybe dodge, maybe you revenge skill to move it, or maybe move the character to run out of the danger zone. That is a focus zone. Need to be clean. Okay, you are still talking about the safe zone. Okay, let's go. This one is more important, not the safe zone. Safe zone is just a guide, but this one is most important because it's about the UI. Forget about the safe zone. Yeah, of course. So let's go to the next one. Each will relate to each other. Anyone from the web design here? Can you send me your hand? The hand icon? No, 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 not that. Send the icon. Okay. This one is Nisu has mentioned before the F button. People will always scan from left to right and top to down, like this. On the website, when we look at the website or we are reading the book, we are also always scan from left to right and top to left because it has been has been developed by 1,000 years of humanity, anything of history. Yeah, because we are always trying to write from left to the right and top to down. I will not say about Arabic here because I haven't designed the Arabic art before. Sorry, Arabic guys. Maybe I will try to research about Arabic. Okay, let's talk about writing. We write from left to the right and top to the down, and we also read from left to right because it's caused your eye a habit that when we see something, we will see from the left to the right. But is this really work with the game UI? It's still on discussion, but we can see this example. Which one would you see first on this screen? Let's check. Which one would you see first on the screen? The link one or the item list or the item details on the right? Which one? Okay. Yeah, okay. You're right. The item list because on this screen is not reaction screen. This screen we are not fighting, we are not doing anything. This is information screen, not like this. Oh, where is that? This is reaction screen. We use our brain to react everything very quick. On this design is about information. We have time to read about anything. So our eyes will have time to scan from the left to the right. Yeah, that's why we have to see the item list first. Item list first. And it's also work with the game UI. And we have this. Also, we have the focus zone. We also have the F model, F button. User always have the F button when you see everything from left to right. Yeah, forget about Ragnarok. Yeah, it's summary. For our summary that we have two screen. We have two screen to care about. The first one is reaction screen. We need to focus about. We need to think about the focus zone. And the next one is information screen. The focus zone is not really happen here because we don't need to add to reaction on anything on this screen. We just read it from the left to the right. Yeah, we have two types of the screen. Please remember because we will use this principle on every design and every screen design. Sorry. Okay, let's go on with time zone. It's very simple. Time zone is the area that your thumb can interact with. You will see this area. When you hold your phone with two fingers, you can easily to interact on this area. But for this place, oh sorry, It's very hard for you on the normal pose. When you want to reach this, you need to move all of your hand. Yeah. So everything, every button on this zone is have user interact with it easily. I will send you what's this? What? Okay. I will send you this later. So we should not focus on this because let's just look at this guy. When we are hold phone on single hand, or maybe the camera is reflect, we can reach on this area. This area is harder, and to move this area, we will need to underhand. To move we need to use other hand to touch it. Mhm. And this one is for the left hand, and this one is important. Why every game right now is using landscape mode? Can you see that? Because when landscape mode, we can use the shape here. We almost cover all of the screen. Let's compare. This one okay, but this area is too big. The top area is still too big. This one is not. This one is what's this one? Our thumb can cover almost of the screen. That's why everyone right now wants to design on the landscape mode. And do you remember what I said on this one? Sorry, I will go back on this to more clearer. This one. You will see that then Steam just put their button here and put their button here. And this zone is just information. That's why you see that no interact zone on this design, on this area. It's cool. That's why we need time zone. Design on the time zone, follow the time zone is very good for us to improve our UX design. Outside of time zone, we should not put the button there. If we don't have any better solution, yeah, you can put it there. But please thinking about the zone first. Follow the zone first is better. The fourth one is a visual hierarchy. I think I have talked too much. And this workshop is focused on the knowledge. So please listen, please stay and listen. Okay, visual hierarchy. It's about the sign, big, medium, small. What is that? Let's go back to this screen. Okay, we can see that. Hmm, what do you think about the big one on this screen? What do you think about the big one on this screen? Nah, nah, it's not sure. Let me show you. Actually, it's equal. Changing design by equal. Oh no, maybe like this. You can see that the character and the item is the same size. And the detail is smaller. Yeah. This one is smaller. This detail is quite smaller a little. They divide screen into three same parts, equal parts. Yeah, it's a visual balance because each of this group will be smaller than a whole visual group. And this one is actually smaller. So why they divide their screen like that? Let's go back to outside. Big, medium, and small. So the big one needs to be the main action, and it needs to focus on the main action, what they are going now. When you are going on the equipment screen, oh, this is artifact, but I will use equipment for friendlier because someone hasn't played Genshin before. I will call this equipment. When you join the equipment screen, what would you do? Please thinking about as a user. When you are going to the equipment screen, what would you do? Yes, our user flow is check equip. Okay, read the details. And finally, take action. This is the user flow. Okay, both of these will be called in the one action is about check, stuffing and check. And this part is about the details. And the smallest right there is take action. So they divide the screen with which medium small is not for it's not only for the visual, it's about the UX. Because for the big one, user will easily to find what is going on here. Easy to find the place when they will want to swap the equip, want to check another equip like this. And the medium is spot action. This is one. The medium is actually the medium one is the the item visual. Not about this Ning Wang. Ning Wang, I know they put the character here also, but the medium one is the visual of the equipment right here. Yeah, what spec controls. You're right, Nisu. This is the medium one. It's about the support action. If we select on the item, we want to see that, oh, if I select it wrong, is if I select it right, or I have misplaced on another item. Yeah, something like that. We click on this flower. We see, oh, I have clicked on this flower, and now we will read the details. This is how visual hierarchy work. And let's go for this screen. Charter start is related to our design challenge. When we go to the start screen, I want to see this start character and take action. And you will see that, oh no, this is not start character screen, it's charter screen. And charter screen, we will have start, we will have equipment. I cannot remember what it's called in Wuwa, but please, please tell me. I not remember all of this on Wuwa. Go to charter screen. we will see start or maybe equipment, tap switch on equipment, go to the bio, so, and we take action. On the screen, the output start is very big, and the medium one is the start, and the action is very small. And the action chain character is also small. Chain the I don't know, chain the custom. Yeah, the custom is also smaller because our main flow is about view start and take action later. That's why visual hierarchy work on our layer. We don't want to go on the screen when when this one is very small and this one is very big. Even we don't know how to do with it. We don't know. We don't want to go on the screen like this. Actually, the start could be bigger and tractor should be smaller, but it will affect with the maybe beauty of design. Yeah, it is about the visual balance. What about that? It's about the tractor is the visual, is the art visual, and the start is information visual. Would yeah. When you are playing game, which one would we prefer? Which one would we prefer to view more? I think of course it's visual. Yeah, eye candy. The eye candy. Information. We don't want to see a word of text like this. Genshin is very bad at this. It's a word of text. I dislike this. So I have created a video about this. And on the maybe Star Rail, on the Star Rail, they has fixes uh this detail. But for the Genshin, it's still like this. So it's about the visual balance. We can make it equal, but visual first is the best thing I can say. Okay, what if we are in game? Let's go back to the focus zone. We are in game. The main action is fighting. Yeah, yeah, and we will back to this. We see the reaction screen. So the main user flow is fighting, and when we fight, we will find information later. Imagine that you are fighting and you see, oh, this guy is very strong. Which item has he bite? Bought? Sorry. So we will check his information later, like this. And we are fighting, and we feel dangerous. We will look on the map to find information later. So the focus zone is the biggest one is for our layout design, like this. And the second one is like action is fighting, and the last one is information, like this. Okay, this could be too long. Let's move up to the next section. We will find this. We will try to learn this later. Next one is basic. Yeah, kind of spaces. This is very hard to tell you, but we have learned about the reaction screen. We have reaction area. On one screen, we have reaction area like the skill here, and information area like the map and the item list. So I have a question for you. Can you guess? So the spacing between each component is button on the reaction area. It should be tight or it should be spaces. Oh yeah, almost question is time. But I will tell you, Barbara was right. We need spaces. Have you ever played a game and please remember that reaction? What is reaction? Reaction means to see we don't need to see the file and file it. We just use our brain and muscle memory reaction to press on that button. So it needs to be spaced enough for avoid misclick. I have played Mobile Legend. If someone know about that game, Mobile Legend, Bang Bang. The OUI is very tight, and I have misclicked on the skill many times. Also on this design, I have always pressed on the flash. This new UI is very is it change the padding and spacing a little, but the first design is very terrible because I always press on the flash. I don't know why. Because when I with the reaction we need before we don't it's not like, oh, I need to use my ultimate. I will go on this side and find, oh, this is ultimate button. Now I will press on it. Now and I will use this on enemy. Boom. It's not like that. It's something just happen in 1 second and you did your reaction without see about that. Just spread without use your eye to find it. So the spacing you need to be spaces. Yeah, that's why we need keycap. Yes, you're right. Maybe the H10 keycap and the information. Oh, sorry, we're not done. So please guess type of spaces. Information area is about this shop. Please guess type or spaces. Are you sure it's time? Are you sure? Yeah, it's correct. It's time. It's information area. So that's why it needs to be tied. You can see it in the left one. Because it has so many items and so many information that you need to see that. And also on this screen, the shop open screen is maybe we also need reaction on this screen. But we need to let's go back to memorable to the layout needs to be memorable. So the shop needs to be tied and show as much as possible on the item. Example, I want to buy this rod. Hmm. I will remember, oh, this sword is over here. Next time I want to open the shop, I just go here to and click buy it very quick. And if your spacing is very spaces, is that mean that all the other item will pull down and we need to scroll to find that. Yeah, we need to scroll to find that. And I don't think in the match in the game we have time to scroll and find the item. I don't think so. So the problem is the solution is so as much as possible on the detail area, on the information area. So the spacing needs to be tight. Please remember that. Okay, goes on. Let's go on the final one, the scalable. Okay, Ellie, I will explain it later. Scalable is about something that it needs to be responsive. Uh, in the earlier in the workshop, we have so many questions like about different side of the mobile, like this, different side of mobile, or we have yeah two different side. So how it's go because our layout needs to be responsive, and the next one is adaptable. Is something like please remember this safe zone. When using landscape, the home button of the iPhone is on this on the edge, and the Samsung is still on the right. The Samsung is the home button is still on this side. So we need to avoid both of these screen to design one layout that also work on iPhone and the Samsung. Yeah. And the last one is reusable. Let's go back to the shop screen. What is reusable? Because on this on screen, we also you repeat this screen on other screen. Maybe we have filter and maybe we have we can use this screen for as a skill because user will feel familiar and similar with something that have currently have button. They don't need to find anything else. Something like, oh, I would think about the consistent. Something like, oh, the menu is on the left and on the top. Okay, now I will find if I want to find something, I will go on the top and find the menu. Or something like the minimap on the main screen is on the left. So if I join the dungeon, the minimap also need to be the left. It's about reusable. Okay, enough for knowledge, enough for principle, enough for talking. Let's go. Can try to build a new layer. Uh, I think I will take a rest about 2 minutes to take the water and we come back. Can you guys wait me here 2 minutes? Because I'm running out of water. Yeah, thank you. Let's wait for me. Not that water. Okay, I'm back. Oh, my bike. I'm don't. I don't drink wine. Zero. Yeah, stream position. Okay, let's continue. So, how to build that? Please screenshot this. Oh, it might be wrong. This might let no. Please let me fix that. It's not like this. We need to swap 4 and 5. I make it wrong, sorry. When we'll replace this. Like this. Yeah, ciphers and position later. Okay, let's straight ahead. Okay, this is our step by step to build a layout. First one is define type the screen. So let's go. Let's do a mini quest. I think mini test. Yeah. Can we define this screen? Is it a reaction or information screen? And let's do together and please chat. Everyone is talking about Messi. Anyone there can define this for me? The equipment is reaction or information? First one is Valorant. We need to define it. So everyone think about is information. Actually, it's reaction. Yeah. On the game is I think it's both information and reaction because Valorant is a FPS game. So everything on the Valorant is super fast. It's very quick. You don't have time to think about anything about. You don't have time to read the skill. I think you don't have time to read the information of the gun, so which is good or not. I don't think that. So reaction is the most one. I think it's more than information. Yeah, something like you need to draw your gun really quick. Pang, 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 pang. If enemy is coming, you need to draw your gun very quick and buy your gun very quick. Something like that. So for the Lich and Dozer, yeah, both. Actually, it's both. But it's more information than reaction. Because the information of the reach is not easy like Valorant because it has so many stuff we need to read it on. It has so many details like this. Yeah, like this. It has so many details. So it's we need reaction on it, but we also need information for the beginner. Yeah, that's why it's both, but information is better than reaction. It's more than reaction. Yeah, I mean, its equipment here is the shop, not about the quick equipment slot. So it's B information. And of course, we design for, remember that we design for fifth player. So almost of them will not remember all of this information. So its information is must. I'm player of Dota 2 like 10 years, but I cannot remember all of the item because it updates very day by day and I cannot follow up because it's Dota 2 is the update is kind of confusing because every update is look like a new game. It's not like League of Legends because the item has been delayed, the item has been reworked so many times. So all of them is information. Almost of them is information. So let's go on for the Genshin. This one is easy, I think. Yeah, I think it's information only, is no reaction. I don't know how Genshin is playing nowadays, but in my memory, sorry, I have quit Genshin maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, Rustic is telling my thinking because I only open the equipment after the battle end. Yeah, reaction is something that you don't need to see it, you don't need to find that, and you will immediately use muscle memory to click on it. It's about reaction. Okay, because when we open the dancing screen, I think we are not in the battlefield anymore. Hmm. Yeah. When we are in the battlefield, do you have time to open this item shop, or you will run away? You will run. I think we will run away and open this shop once again. Open this item again. No, it's not picking item. It's the equip. This screen, not the function. Yeah, the screen. No, Genshin is not a pause, not pausing game. Okay, the fighting screen. I think everyone also had the answer. It's a reaction for all of this design. Yeah, these are realistic. Okay, how about the quest screen? Okay, Valorant has quest, but what is that? Is information or reaction screen? Yeah, of course, info. And I think all of this will be info. Okay, the map. Remember that this full detail map, not a mini map. I think on the Valorant is all about reaction because the gameplay of Valorant is very fast. Use tab to open the map and immediately close this because you don't have time to watch the map all the time. And I think it's a reaction. There will be some information on the map, but uh, I think for players they don't read anything on the map currently. Okay, and the full detail map is like Dota. I think is info because so many things need to be read on this map. The spawn of jungle. I don't know what it's called, but the jungle has monster, and I would say spawn of jungle and something like vision of the map. That is. Yeah, you quick is quickly you need to reaction on this. View is very quick and turn on the battlefield. Yeah, it's a rifle. It's rifle and vision and tower also. There's so many information. Yeah, so it needs to be in one screen for define the info, but it also need to be clean enough for the reaction. I mean that to design all of this in one map screen, we need tiny detail, tiny spacing. I mean, and this one we will also need spacious enough for reaction. The reaction here, I think, is not as like the info because many people don't use the map currently. Sorry, I'm the one. I'm the one who played Dota without watching the map. And please remember our focus zone. We are just focused on what thing we are happening now. If we are on the combat, you rarely have time to watch the map. Yeah, because that's why we have support and in-game leader that have everyone to control the map every time. That's why. That's why it's more information than reaction. Reaction happen a little, but that will not really important on this situation because we only reaction on the map is about the ping. Uh, we only ping on the map. Otherwise, we don't use anything else. So it's maybe info rather than interaction. Okay, for the Denshi, it may actually, of course, it's information. What is that last thing? Okay, for the last one, for the skill, Valorant, I think the Valorant is I cannot remember that isn't Valorant has skill screen on in-game play or just outside a player picking. I don't remember. Let me shut it. On the in-game play, can we see the skill or just outside? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I also think it's about the reaction. But the outside when play champion picking, I don't know, champion selection, it's about information. When in game is reaction and outside is information. And for the Dota and Lich, I can see that is as information. We don't have time to do reaction. There was not anything to interact with because I don't know, but in the Dota you need to read into the tool. You need have you have to spend around 10 minutes or 20 minutes before you want to play new hero. I don't know because the skill is very complex. It's very complex and has maybe a word of text. I don't know. Let me show you the skill of some champion on Dota. Well, let me just a minute. Yeah, it's be could be word of text. Oh no, what is that? It's fucking. We don't have time for this reaction. When I play new hero and when I'm not understand about the skill, I just press on it and make a guess. This one cannot be a reaction on this. Oh my god. Shadowfiend is my favorite hero. We are talking about the screen, not about the HUD. Skill is not area. HUD is array, is oh sorry, is a area, and the cooldown is on the HUD. Yeah. No, Nisu, I think then I test. Sorry. I test champion on the rank. Sorry, I'm bastard. Sorry, I'm bastard. Okay, for the lesson, of course, is the information. Okay, that's how we define which screen, define type screen. And let's go. I think we will try to create one. For example, let's try to create a screen of equipment on Jensen is information. I think I will design with 16 parameters. Like this. I hate Figma. Figma cannot do a landscape frame, so I need to draw it by myself. Okay, this is our screen, and we can move this safe zone, restriction to our design. Uh, my opinion is I will skip this this status bar immediately. So I will drag scale down the frame on this. I will avoid this zone immediately. Okay, so how to build this in Figma? We will go to layer guide. I think most of web designer also know this. Select the column and go to option, change the count to 12, change the margin to, I think is 60, and the gutter is 4. Why we need this 12 column? It's from the bootstrap, from the web design, but we can also apply to our game UI design. And let's duplicate it, change to row, and we will avoid this zone. Do you remember this? I will set it to maybe margin is to 28. Oh, sorry, I clicked wrong. 28? Yeah. Let's reduce the opacity. And we will got this. Now let's divide our screen into 3 parts. I mean 9 parts. And each grid will be 4 column and 4 rows like this. Yeah. And we will, do you look, can you see that it's very similar to something? It looks like when you divide your screen to 9 parts when you are take a photo. This how screen will, how we divide our screen. And okay, yeah, rotate. It's similar. And do you remember this purple one? Also, let's drag it on our design. Is will like something like this. Yeah, okay. This is how our rules, the guide rule is coming. Oh, you are just talking about the skill. Okay, so let's move to the next one. We decide to design equipment screen. We need to define the scope of work. So let's define together which one, which content on this screen, which one. So let's define which one would you like to see on this screen. There's so many. Okay, I can see that item. Okay, item. Okay, the details. Okay, so many. Not so many. Okay, what about the charters that free? I think I will try to fix this because it relates to our design challenge. What is the scope of work here? Okay, art, name, skill, lord. Okay, ability point, start number. That's so many. But okay, label. There was some important thing is missing now. HP. We need to count this one. Navigation bar on the on our scope of work. We need to count it on navigation bar. It's the most important because it define where you are gonna go next. And then this our scope of work. And we will divide it into each group. Okay, that the charter okay is the group, the name, the skill, the law, the start number, the level, the HP. Here is on. I will group it one group that maybe I will tell this is about the details. Yeah, the details and the navigation bar. Mm. So to divide our feature scope of work on each group, we will easily to define where is define how many words that we need to put in on screen. Let's go. We need to define priority. Do you remember this visual hierarchy? Big is important, medium is support, and small is just for information. So, but this one the visual. So to define these two priority, which one should be important? Which one is the most important? Yeah, the visual. Yeah, of course, the visual because we are in the charter screen. We need to see the visual. Okay, what is the next one? Nisu, we are in start screen. Okay, next one is detail, and the last one is navigation bar. Navigation bar is must have, but on every screen is not. It should not be the main focus because it's just have us to rotate. And the main topic here is charter start. So Character and stats. So visual of the character and the detail is most important. Highest, I could say is highest. And medium. Okay. So if they ask you for why your character is so weak, please show them this research. Show them this analysis. Okay, the next step is define the sign. Let's go back to visual hierarchy. Of course, the guy highest is biggest. The medium is medium. Sorry, I don't know much about the navigation bar needs to be small. So let's go back to this grid. Is so hash. Let's put the focus zone on our design. It's about two-thirds of the screen, and we have 12 column. So just resize to the eight. Two-thirds of 12 is eight. Oh, sorry, it's eight. Yeah, and drag it into the center of the screen. Like this. And now we will have the grid like this. Okay, now I will use rectangle to define the place. Last one is place position. Define the position. So let's start with the character. What do you think where character should be placed? I think I will try to use Augusta. It should be center and try to drag it to cover the focus zone because she is main visual here. So if we cover all the safe zone is all the focus zone is okay. Or maybe try to put her on this side. It's still okay. Yeah, I love Augusta. This very outstanding. Okay. Next one is about the skill. Where should we put it? We have 9 place. I will turn off this video. We have 9 place. Where should it be? We can call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Where should it be? Someone prefer 1. Someone prefer 3. We can combine maybe 3 plus 6, or maybe 1 plus 4. Someone prefer 5 is on the center of the screen. And let's say that on the Genshin is 3 and 6. Not Genshin, it's Star Rail. On Star Rail is 3 and 6. And on the Wuwa is 1 and 4. Maybe 7 also. Yeah. both of these place is also good, but I think I prefer. This is my opinion. I prefer 147. Let's go back on this F pattern. We scan from left to the right. So the left one need to be the first one. User need to see first. So I prefer to put it on the left one to let the user see the start first. Yeah, it's just my opinion. And border left or right is also good. I will, yeah, reduce opacity. So I will choose 147 at this time. Okay, this one I will mark it for the equipment. Sorry for the start. Sorry. Okay, let's turn back the character layer. You can see that I never name a layer. I'm evil. Okay. Okay, last one is for navigation bar. Should it be where should it be? We have nine place and we also have this one and we also have this one. Where should it be? Someone say left, someone say top left or right. Top left or right flexible, okay. Okay. For I think for I think this one is the best place for navigation. Yeah. Because we don't need to focus on that. Navigation is something about to be clear, navigation is about how you redirect user to let them know where is this screen, where you are on this design. So it's not really it should not really impact on this visual of this side. So I think put it here is good. Or when one column, let's spend one column for is on the left is also nice like this, but never put it on the right. Never put it on the right. Oh, why? Do you remember how muscle memory work? The muscle memory is something like we have remember this without any brain thinking. We will immediately find it with reaction. So it would be every design on this world put the navigation bar on the left. So if you put the navigation bar on the right, it could be curious and be really curious and it's weird and user needs time to find wondering, oh where is that? I want to go back. What should I do? It's a it's a problem. And this suplex, I think is the most for navigation. It does. And we will have complete our wireframe for the design. And you see that we have so many white space on this, right? So for the visual balance, what should we do? We can also add information on this side. That's the first one. And we can move the character on this side. It's the second option, like this. And on the one, we can divide all of these start number to different style around surround the character like this to make it more balanced. We on the game UI we need to trade off. Yeah, we can add some more equipment also. Visual or UI. This quite be very headache. So the reasons we can add last thing that we have forgot is about character selection. Yeah, I forgot all about this. And this one I will count is the priority is higher than navigation bar, but it's lower than the detail and visual because we will find later when we have finished to read all the details about the current character. Yeah, just like this. And with this guy, we have easily to complete our design by just putting our information on this. Not this. Go away. Go away. For the navigation bar, I will put that switcher here. For the start, I will put the start here. For the character selection, I will put them here. For navigation bar, the close. This quite be very tight here. So we will fix it later. We will also have this. Now delete all the rest. We will have a screen like this. Oh no, I need to. Okay. And you will see there's problem about this. That's why I want to tell you that please avoid this zone. So we can spend a column, spend one row for it to break. So we can drag it down a little, drag it down a little, make room for them to break, and put them here. Let them take both of these row for the design. It is. And I think this will be much more better. This is not my design. This is your design. I design with just a guessing. Okay, now we will see the problem here. This break is very close to each other. And this break is quietly spacious. What to do now? For the visual balance, we will count on the place. Yeah, move character to the right is of course we will bring back this focus zone. Sorry for delete you before. Let's go back. Let's come back. It's okay if in the information screen you drag your focus zone to the right a little, like this. Because this zone, you don't have to focus on one thing on the screen. You view anything on this screen, so it doesn't matter if you need to put it on directly on the center. And we have a beautiful layout, of course. And something that you forgot is about the CDA, the take action. What is action here? Of course, it's level up. Or maybe add to the team. I don't know, something like that. So where to put it? The take action is as same as is higher than the character selection, but it will below this detail because when we reach all of this detail, we will find that oh, this Augusta is very strong, so I will decide to add it on the team. So where it should be? What is that? This one is also cool. We'll try this. For the Wuwa, they put it on over here for level, and some suggestion is put it over here. But I think as here is much related to the design. When we read all of this stuff, we found that oh, that's gun with this gun is very strong, so I will decide to level up her. It needs to be related to each other. Yeah. And if you place here as Jensen, Jensen place here because the information is on the right. They read all the information and they decide to upgrade, enhance, or remove. It's not because about main option or secondary option because the CTA needs to be related to the content. So give some reason to press on this CTA. Oh my god. Give them the reason. The reason here is her stat is very strong. So level up her. Rank fit her to level up. Yeah. And oh, not like this. On this section, I think we can, if we delete this and put it on here, we will user will can't get lost. We will get lost. We only read. Remember the app pattern. We read from left to the right and to the bottom, and nothing here. They will find that nothing here. So what to do next? They will need to scan sometime, and finally, oh, the button is like over here. It's a bad UI, I think. If we want to put the CTA on this, we need to swap this. So it's much more related to the design. Yeah, give them reason to press on this button. The reason is this one is very strong. Okay, so why we need this grid? Because let's go back to our example, design challenge. This design is from the girl that I don't know. I don't know her name, and maybe I care about her, but the design can improve a little. You can see this design as we don't care about the UI. We care only about the grid. Okay, this design, maybe something wrong. This design is quite empty because we have so many white space here. White space is good, but don't make it empty. Oh no, my computer is lagging. Oh yes. Why? My MacBook is lagging. Okay. The reason is the focus zone is quite empty. The focus zone is quite empty, so everything is also be empty. So what if we bring the focus zone here? Where is my focus zone? Sorry. Drag it to little. And because of this data bar on the right, so drag focus zone on the left a little. And how about we try to expand it to fit this focus zone like this. No, it's lagging again. I think they don't want me to design more. Now let's see the difference. We see that better video. This one has better video and feel more balance. Yeah, much other bigger. Okay, okay. I know which one. I know which one. We can see that the visual is much balanced and it's more attractive. Yeah. That's why we need grid on our design, and we need to understand grid. For more example, we will see that the golden ratio is this my suggestion if we don't know how to start. What is golden ratio? Okay, I think let me open it. I can't remember where it's at. Oh my god, it has been 2 hours. Thank you for still staying here. I'm also tired. The golden ratio is the last one on our workshop, so I will move quickly. Golden ratio is not the must, but it's a nice suggestion for someone who don't know where to start. Let me find one, but I cannot remember where I put them. Where I put that? Let me check for it. Sorry, guys, just a minute. Okay, found it. Let's go. Here is the golden ratio. The golden ratio is not a must, but it can help us to design better. Now let's forget about the trail column and move back to our current design. I will repeat on this again. Golden ratio is not a must, but it's the best guide for us. I will reduce the stroke for easy. Okay, let's remove this curve also. Golden ratio actually is about the ratio of h. Oh no, it's lagging. Of h rectangle. So what if we rearrange this rectangle like this? You will see that it looks like a guideline grid for us to design. Like this. It's like the guideline for us. And to enhance this design a little, uh, we can try to determine, rearrange, and resign this rectangle to fit with our design. Remember, do you remember this priority? Big, medium, small. So the biggest one is B character. And the second one we will start. And this one, okay, start and CTI will be stick together. And okay, get it. The next one is about character selection. And the final one is Navi. We also use this golden ratio and arrange the side like this and drag it to the current trail column grid and scale it like this. And you will immediately see that our character and our design is fit on this golden ratio. You can see that it's not follow the column correctly, but we can see that the spacing and the design is following is like this. That's why we need to move our character from left to right a little, like this. Do you see that? And my finally summary that golden ratio isn't a must. Isn't. It's just a guy. Oh, please delete that. Erase. I will delete it because it contains some AI art that I haven't know before. So please delete this. I use some AI art on that design, so pity. Embarrassing. Okay, that is finally we have design. Just put the background on our design like this. Woohoo. Our design is finally done with the grid. Okay, we are going on so many principle and many knowledge on this workshop. I want to tell you about more about this reaction screen, but I'm so very tired now. I think you guys also tired. So, do you want to do some homework? And after you complete the homework, I think I can send you the certification about that. It's not required, but I think you should follow that. Uh, let's define and let's analyze all of this uh, step by step on this reaction screen from Wiref. Yeah, how they put the design like this. Yeah, why it's not just side to side like this? Yeah, you should you need to define the type of the screen, you listing on the scope of the work, and you will define the priority for it like this, and you will define the sign, some on this, and you finally define the position on our design. Why say put this button on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 area, and why analog is on 2, 3, 7 area? What is that? Yeah, of course, Nisu. So, okay, let's summarize this. Homework, analyze wireless layout, and please put it on, upload it on the channel, feedback my work. And if you have any more questions about this, please ask me at the general because I'm very tired now. I think I need to rest a little. My head, my my head is very hot. My body is very hot. Why rifts? Am I right? Is it right? I cannot remember. Is it right? I cannot remember the game. Okay. Okay, after you submit on the feedback network, I will send you the private link for the certificate. If you want, I think it's not really good. It's not really important, but it's something that for you to join this workshop. And please keep our yeah, keep our knowledge as a secret because especially this focus zone, no one will tell you about it. You know, I think I overwhelmed into this very long workshop. Maybe the next one could be shorter. Okay, what don't you know? Of course, Unity and Unreal Engine. Okay, I need to rest. Thank you guys, and you can ask me a general. I will come back after some TFT match. I need I need to play TFT now. You can play with me at the voice channel. Okay, see ya guys. See ya. And thank you for Shenny for this record. I will upload the recording after 2 weeks after revision, review, and add a subtitle for it. Yeah, thank you so much, guys.